So I'm 22 years old, making above $100,000 per year with no degree. I'm probably making around, that's about $1,750 a week that I'm making. So what do I do with all my money? Where do I allocate all this money to? Well, first off, I have a huge mortgage, which is $2,950 a month. And the general rule of thumb is your mortgage or rent, your living situation, it shouldn't exceed over 40%. I believe it is. I believe it should be at 30%. I forgot what the pie chart showed, but it should be around 30%. Like, I should only be paying $2,000, not almost $3,000. Yeah, so I'm paying an absurd amount, and then obviously you gotta take utilities and all that. So I'm paying about $3,200 a month. Like, that's just way too much. So $3,200 a month immediately, boom, wiped off my check, right? So I make, let's just say $7,000 a month, right? So now I'm left with $4,000 a month, right? So I'm left with $4,000 a month. Where does the rest of the money go? Well, I do have a car payment because I'm an idiot, and I couldn't wait to buy a car that I wanted for so long. It was a Tesla Model S P100D. This car is stupid fast. It's like 0 to 60 in 5.2, 5.6 seconds. 5.2. This car is stupid fast. It's 0 to 60 in like 2.4 seconds. Crazy fast. It's under the Plaid, because the Plaid is 1,000 horsepower. But the P100D, it's an older Plaid, I guess you could say. But that one, I believe that one's like 700 horsepower. So it's a 2018. I bought that one for $37,000. So $550 a month I'm paying per month. Luckily, I got a good interest rate. I'm only paying like $100 a month on interest, and the rest is going to principal. So it's not bad. But I mean, still, like, come on. I'm low-key an idiot for that, knowing how much my mortgage is. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not losing on okay, I'm losing on interest, but on the depreciation of the car, I'm not really losing because I already bought it at a pretty low price. It was $37,000 after taxes, right? So, like, that's the cheapest horsepower you could possibly buy. Any other car that's like 500 plus horsepower, or probably 600 plus horsepower, you're looking at around 40 plus K. 40K plus is what I meant to say. So, I mean, it's cheap horsepower. It's a great car. It's a fantastic car. I use it on the weekend, and it's fun to drive. So, like, am I an idiot? Yeah, kind of. Do I enjoy it a lot? I really do enjoy it a lot, yeah. But is it worth spending almost $750 per month? Because I have to pay insurance too. Insurance runs like $300 a month, which is nuts. If I would have paid it in cash, I wouldn't have to pay $300. Maybe I would have to pay $25 or $50, because I would only get liability on it. I've never crashed in my life, and if I do crash, I take 100% accountability for it, and I know what I did. I fucked up, and I would 100% pay it. I would 100%. I would 100% take the loss, because when I have liability, then I can still pay other people, right? But it's not going to pay for the car. So, yeah, liability is great, because I know I'm a good driver, and I know I would never crash, and if I crash, then I'm going to be the one that's going to suffer the consequences for crashing, because I'm an idiot, right? But I've never crashed, so it doesn't make sense for me to have full coverage on something when I've never crashed. Anyways, so we got about $700 that's going into transportation. I get free electricity at work, so I don't pay for gas. It's lovely. So we're down to about $3,200 a month left over. What do I do with it? Well, $1,200 goes to food. I believe it's about $800 a month that goes to groceries. It's just me and my wife. which is insane. That's a lot of food. I do eat a lot, and the other 400 is probably from eating out. We eat out like every weekend. Now that I think about it, we don't spend $400 a month on eating out. Never mind. No. Yeah, no, it's probably okay. We're probably looking at 900 to maybe 900 on the high end. Yeah, maybe $800 to $900. Yeah, we don't eat out ever. I really only eat at home. But on the weekends, once a weekend, we eat out. Yes, but yeah, $900 there. So $3,200 minus $900, we're down to $2,100 a month. And what do I do with the rest? Well, I put money in my Roth, and I have an individual investing account because I'm trying to throw all the money in there because I'm doing some renovations on my house, so I need the money. I'm going to be installing a Mr. Cool, doing a private entrance in the master bedroom. It's going to be like a suite, like a little apartment, and all that costs money. So yeah, I got about $1,900 in there. I barely started putting it in, probably like 2 or 3 months in. I'm invested in TQQ. 75% of my pie is invested in TQQ, so it's a really high risky portfolio, but it's nothing like, I'm not gonna save it in there for long. I'm already up 60% on it, which is nuts. In 3 months, 60%. Crazy. TQQ is a leveraged ETF, so it's even more risky. But I'm planning on pulling it out when I'm going to be doing the renovation. So it's a perfect place to put money, knowing that the market was down 3 months ago, right? So I'm just dollar cost averaging on that, putting money in. I put in $150 a week, so that equates to, what is that, $600 a month I put money into. So $2,100 minus $600, we're down to, can I do math? $1,500. We're down to $1,500. And then my Roth IRA, I'm putting in, is it $127.50? I'm maxing it out. I'm doing $7,000 or $8,000 per year. My Roth IRA, I'm maxing it out. And then I think that leaves me with like $400 left at the end of the month. And that just goes to miscellaneous, really. Like if I gotta get like toiletries, or if I need to get something off Amazon, whatever it is, then yeah. So I don't really see my money, like my paycheck hits and then it just goes straight, it just goes away, unfortunately. Like, it's not an absurd amount of money. I mean, $7,000 a month is really nice. I get to live in a nice place that I own, well, that the bank owns, and I'm paying maybe about $1,800 a month on interest, which is crazy because that's how mortgages work, right? In the beginning of your mortgage term, you pay the most interest from the beginning, but then when it goes to the end, you pay way less interest. It kind of looks like an X. I'll pull up a chart if you guys don't understand what I'm saying. But no, it's actually insane. It's crazy. So am I just throwing money away? Yeah, you could say that, maybe. In interest, right? But I believe it'll work out. In a couple of months, I'm almost done renovating everything. I just got to do some touch-ups. I got to put the baseboards in the house, nail them back in, and caulk everything. But once I do all that, then I could be renting that place out for $4,000 a month, and it's gonna be like a dual unit. So it's not like, if I were to just rent it out regularly, I could probably rent it for $2,700. But I want it to be a dual unit. That's why I'm trying to do the master suite. So yeah, man. Yeah, so $4,000. If I get that $4,000, that just boosts my income immediately. I believe it's $700 profit I'll be making, because I still have to pay my mortgage. So I'm making $700 profit, but I'm still keeping the house, and my house is paying for itself.